Hey everyone, Matron here bringing you another StarCraft 2 commentary, this time Game 2 in the best of 3 series between Root QXC and Liquid HuK. HuK spawning as the red Protoss on the eastern part of this Metalopolis map, Root QXC spawning as the blue Terran in the western starting position. So QXC was able to take the first game of this series on Xel'Naga Caverns, a great amount of pressure he was able to apply in quite a large, about 30-minute macro game. HuK was able to choose the next map, and it looks like he chose the pretty standard Metalopolis. A lot of players like this map because it doesn't have a lot in the way of terrain, interesting features that can be exploited by one race or another. It's regarded as the most standard map in the current map pool. So HuK possibly looking to get back into a more of a standard game. He was put back on the defensive in that first game. So many little attacks by QXC, so many drops, and HuK just could not handle it in the end. QXC for his part got up double racks, applied some very early pressure. He tried to throw down a bunker at the top of the ramp of HuK, was eventually able to get one down at the bottom of the ramp. So we'll see whether he goes for the same quick tech lab after a Marine on this barracks and apply some pressure with an early Marauder and Marine. HuK going to be happy about these positions, as it is going to mean that the early pressure is not going to be as effective for QXC, as it's a long way for the ground armies to move across here. And he also does not have to worry too much about QXC being in this northern position and being able to drop right on him. Be interested to see how many observers HuK gets out this game and where he positions them to check for those drops. He may just try some early pressure of his own and try to go ahead and force a game 3. After playing a long game like that first game, a lot of time players want to get into a real short game, try to win as fast as possible. So we see HuK's probe coming across here, doing harassment like it usually does, scouting out these two barracks. Looks like he does have enough gas for a tech lab here. If he chooses to put one down, he's going to do just that, and we may see that Marauder and the concussive shell combination come out once again. HuK getting that pylon down, good positioning here. He will be able to warp in units and really cut down the distance between the two bases here, as he's able to go right there rather than going all the way down and up and around. See, like he's going down for cybernetics core this time. My guess is he will not open up with the fast robotics facility again. I think that cost him early on in the last game. He did not have enough units to take down the early pressure of QXC. Looks like he's chronoing out both the warp gate tech and the stalker right now. He's going to get rid of this SCV scout as soon as he can with this stalker. Looks like we have a supply depot going down behind the smoke of QXC here. HuK should probably throw down a pylon here, especially because of how happy QXC is with the drops. Do see the Marauder coming out as well as the concussive shell. This SCV pulling back. We do have a first Marauder and a Marine out for QXC right now, moving across the map. HuK establishing a fast nexus here. So just working off this one gateway, he did push out a stalker. Now going to check for any sort of early pressure, maybe even cheese play with this stalker. Wants to make sure there's not a barracks right outside of his base. This probe is going to see these units move across for QXC. These two Marauders with the Marine going to be quite powerful against this one Stalker. If the Stalkers are able to shoot from the high ground here, they may be able to get a little bit of an advantage, but no, QXC doing the smart thing, just coming to the south here. No free shots for those Stalkers. See if he does the same thing with this Marauder as well. The SCV going to come up here. We may see another bunker thrown down. He does not have enough minerals for it yet, but he did show that SCV. So HuK is going to be throwing down a number of gateways now, 4 gate, and he's about to have that warp gate tech finish. So here comes the warp gate. He only has these 3 stalkers right now, but it might be too late. We do see a bunker. HuK is not going to be able to see this right now. So now pushing out finally with his probes, he's going to suspect this bunker, going to try to take down these last few units. Not sure why he's going to focus down that SCV first. That was a smart move. Now going to try to focus down these Marauders. Marauders taking a little bit of damage from these probes here. Marines going down to the probes. Marauders trying to finish off these Stalkers. And Stalker coming in, warping in from the low ground here. And finally able to finish that up. So HuK going to be able to establish this natural. QXC is doing the same thing here. And now pushing across with these Stalkers. Looks like we may have just a traditional 4 gate. HuK not yet sending a probe to establish a proxy pylon yet, but going to see how much damage he can do with these 4 stalkers. If we look at the Army tab, 625 to 450, if he can get some good focus fire on the Marauders here, doing as much damage as he can with some guerrilla attacks. He's going to group up. He might have to get a few Zealots in here as well to push back these units, to force them into micro. That way the Stalkers can get free kills and the Marauders are not able to take them down. Looks like HuK instead is just going to take these towers, maybe waiting for a few more units. Looks like he was supply capped a little bit. He's going to have a pylon finish right now. So he's getting a little high on minerals. As soon as this pylon finishes, it looks like we do have the Zealots coming in here. And again, the Zealots are so important for this attack as they will force those Marines and Marauders to continue to kite backwards, and the Marauders will not be able to focus down those Stalkers, which they are so powerful against. We do see a bunker down for QXE, so a smart move there. A scouting SCV, going to see a little bit of the units here, but not the full army. There's another 3 Stalkers here. We do get a scan. You could possibly even see this proxy pylon. See another pylon going down here. So pylons all over the place. And now HuK moving forward with a 2 sentry and 5 Stalker army, along with those 6 Zealots. 1325 compared to the 900. HuK's economy is up and running with 1200 minerals per minute compared to the 1000 for QXE. Both players just pushing out army right now. HuK warping in from closer and closer pylons. It looks like QXE may be trying for a bit of a base race here. HuK's going to push down into the main here. No units for QXE, so we're not sure what QXE is doing. He did not get good intel there. Trying to salvage this bunker, but it is going to go down. And now going to do everything he can, just going to push in here. All the probes were pulled back by HuK here. So pulling back into his main. Good job there. He is going to lose this Nexus, but he's going to lose all the units here. QXE is. And now we could get a force field. No, it's just going to be Zealots trying to ward away these Marines and Marauders. The split forces working down that Nexus. So if QXE is able to survive this attack, then he could have this game, but it does not look like he's going to be able to, as the units of HuK are going to be able to take down these units as they stream out one at a time out of these 3 barracks. The probes being pulled off the line here for a valiant defense against these units. All the Marauders go down. HuK was able to warp in a number of units here with those warp gates. And now that's going to have to be GG from QXE, as he does not have any units in his main here. So a little bit of a tactical error on the part of QXE, moving his force across here and attacking at the same time that HuK was attacking. Never like to see a player do that, as HuK was able to reinforce a lot faster. Saw a smart move. He pulled off all those probes into his main. That way he did not lose them. And then at the end he was able to take these 2 pages of probes and push out and clean up these units with the help of those warp gate units. So HuK takes a quick one in this game too. It will be QXE's map choice. Wonder if he will choose Scrap Station with the history between these 2 players and that one really long, super epic game that they played at IEM. So we will move on to Game 3 now. Hope to see you there. I will cast that. Thanks for watching.